What a car. That's all I can say. What is it like to drive? The feeling, of course, is pretty much similar to any other car, but you know you're driving something special. You know you're driving something really special, okay? You have this option, this electric option, where you don't actually have any sound whatsoever, and then you do have an option. Oh dear, I've caught bad traffic here. You can actually have the sound added, and this sound is like some sort of warp speed sound. Really, really weird. The power is instant, which you expect from an electric car. I've driven the Tesla P90D, and of course the feeling is pretty much quite similar, but this is a Porsche, you know, and you expect from the Porsche for it to be a little bit more exciting, and we're getting that. We're getting that, without a doubt. We're getting that. Obviously, this one's the full beam, so this one's the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. And so, what does that mean? That means that we're gonna actually have to put it on the autobahn and actually really get a feel for this power. Yeah, okay. Local in and around town streets is not gonna do it any justice whatsoever. So we're gonna have to really, you know, put it through its paces and really see exactly what all the noise is about. Okay, now I was just wondering, the sound that I get on the inside, I'm wondering if you can actually hear it on the outside, because I get this, I don't know if you can hear it. I hope you can hear it, right? Because it sounds like I said before, something from Star Trek. I've just wound my window down to see if I can hear it. I'm going to wind it down actually when I'm actually on the move. Can you hear it? Crazy. It's crazy, really. I mean, the actual display, the cluster it looks futuristic, and you expect it to be, you know, when you're buying a Taycan, and these are really expensive cars, right? Okay, it's pricey, and you could be on a waiting list for God knows how long for one of these cars, and you know it's electric, you know it's cutting edge, you know it's, you know, you want it to have all these look and feel where it actually seems a bit futuristic. You want that. And so when you have the display running from the driver's side right away across to the actual passenger side, then you know it's something special. Oh, that sound. I'm gonna wind the window down a little minute and see if I can actually hear it on the outside. Look. Okay, you can hear it outside as well. So for the people outside, when they see this car or they hear this car go past, they must wonder, what is that? Oh, that must be that electric car from Porsche, that Taycan. Yeah, shit. Yeah, of course, shit. It looks and feels the bollocks, and I don't expect it to be anything else different as well. Do I feel I'm driving something out of the ordinary? Yeah. What's the sound like inside here as regards road noise and so forth? Zero. Okay, I can't hear the road. The insulation inside here is pretty good. Do I feel connected to the road? Absolutely. The steering wheel is giving me great feedback. It's not too firm. Obviously I have it in the right settings and so forth, but it actually feels superb. This one, obviously, it's got the glass roof, and that's just a pure panoramic sunroof here. You can't open it. It's actually tinted, so you're not going to kind of, you know, get the top of your head cooked if the sun is out. The seats I can actually feel like I'm actually in there. It's not too rigid, it's not too soft, and it's holding me in, very well bolstered. In the back, there's enough space in the back. You know, you can carry 4 people, and I'm gonna sit in the back in a minute and see how well I can actually sit in the back and see how comfortable that is. The brakes are amazing. Of course, I expect them to be amazing. You know, it's a Porsche. Carbon ceramic brakes all round, large. Yeah, you can actually feel that the stopping power is there. Complete confidence in the brakes, which you should be able to expect anyway from a Porsche. But yeah, we're really gonna check this out and see how this actually feels. I'm gonna give it a bit of gas. It's the car coming up. Let's go. Where we go. On a normal mode. I'm gonna go and flip it to sport mode and see what we can get with sport mode. Okay, now I can feel that the steering wheel is stiffened up a little bit. I think we've dropped a little bit as regards ride height, but you know what, I can drop that a little bit more. Okay, now in Sport Plus, let's have a look. Ready? 50, like to hit the gas. Go. But there's no drama, you know? There's no drama. It's just put your foot down, bang, gone. One thing I have noticed that even though you've activated comfort mode, if you're driving in and around town, and for instance, I'm in Frankfurt today, and then you've got a lot of these train tracks, they call it Straßenbahn, so they have a lot of grooves and ridges in the road. You will feel that. I mean, you'll feel that anyway in any car, but obviously, I mean, this is a real kind of sports car. This is the Turbo S, even if you're on comfort mode. Feeling is exactly the same when I've driven the 911 and they've put it also into comfort mode. And so why should it be anything different? Why should it be? But I love it. I love it. It makes me feel good. Could I buy it? Okay, you know what? Ask me in an hour and I'll let you know. Because I'm sure I could get this feeling from a combustion engine in a Porsche anyway. So after driving it, what's my assessment? Well, from looks, it doesn't look too much different than it's kind of like a cross between a 911 and a Porsche Panamera. As you can see here, it looks pretty decent. I'm not a big fan of these here. They're kind of like, oh no, they're like filled in. I'm not a big fan of those. I'm not a big fan of those. And they also block out the view from the great looking carbon ceramic yellow brakes here. So I'm not a big fan of those. Here's the electric point. You just kind of give it a touch and it pops up. And then obviously it's the same again to close it. And you'll find those on both sides of the car. The boot space, everything that you would expect from a normal Porsche. It's quite roomy. It's quite roomy. You can get a fair amount of luggage in there, which is pretty cool. You just need to push that back down. And actually, at the back, I was very surprised how much space there is in the back here. It's quite roomy. If I were to sit in, as you can see, I can fit in quite comfortably. Just about enough space at the back for my knees here. I think it's just a 2x2. There's no space for any center seat. As you can see, there's some sort of a little placeholder there, which I think is almost a bit useless. Maybe you can stick your iPhone there and it stops it moving around. What I do think is pretty cool is the digital heating, which is displayed down here, so you can all set your individual climate control for the back, which is pretty cool. You also get the Burmeister sound system also in the back as well as in the front, which is here. Apart from that, it's a pretty nice place to be. Front, the display is like pretty cool, and as I mentioned before, it's pretty futuristic. You have all your center display here. You also have your navigations, all touchscreen, and this is really cool here. This kind of futuristic gauge cluster, which is just basically LCD from one side, LED from one side to the other. You can also have the optional point at the front here, where this actually comes up. The passenger also gets an option to be able to see the kind of navigational screen, be able to change some settings and so forth like that. So maybe on a long journey you want the passenger to be able to manage and control instruments. You can do that. As regards the seats are Recaro, well bolstered, electric and heated and cooled, with the Turbo S insignia on there, which actually comes out a little bit, as you can see, from the actual seat, which is pretty smart. So Alcantara all through, as you should expect. This is a Porsche, leather everywhere. We don't need to talk about the actual quality in here. It's very good. I like the way Porsche actually separates the passenger and driver with this kind of through panel there, which is also a nice touch, and the standard clock, which you should expect from pretty much every Porsche.